This video, we're going to talk about how to determine class limits, class widths, midpoints, and modal classes for a frequency distribution. This one is like 12.9. I'm sorry, 12.2, problem number 9 from the textbook. So we have a class frequency distribution here. And what I mean by class frequency is that the data is not given to us as individual data points. It is grouped into these classes. We call them that are have a lower bound and an upper bound. So the total number of observations that we have in our sample, we're going to add these frequencies together. 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 6 is 19, plus 7 is 26, plus 1 is 27, plus 2 is going to be 29. You can add those all up for yourself. I believe that's correct. Yes. The width of each class is 10. And I got that by taking an upper limit and subtracting the previous upper limit, or upper limit and subtracting the previous upper limit, or a lower limit and subtracting the previous lower limit. That'll tell me how wide each class was. The midpoint of the second class, I'm going to take the average here and say 16 plus 25 divided by 2 is 41 over 2 is 20.5. Should be right there in the middle. And so the modal classes, the one that happens most often is 16 to 25. Nothing else ties with that. If there was something else that also had a frequency of 9, then we would go ahead and separate those classes with a comma and add that as well. The next class, if there was to be another class below this, I'd add 10 to 56 and get 66. I'd add 10 to 65 and get 75. And that would be my next class with a lower limit and upper limit. So you use that class width to keep the next class the same width. So that's it. The only math that we did here, other than adding the class width to get the next class, was to find the midpoint. You added the lower limit and the upper limit and divided by 2 to find what the midpoint was. And just some simple subtraction here to find the class width, and add all these up in your calculator to find the total number of observations. That's what we want you to know for this section. And so we will come back and we will start to talk about 12.3 next time.